Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhi Tamastuma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Maha Bharatam Advaitaamrutavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. My namaskars to you all who are listening this talk on Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are deliberating verses from chapter number 11, Ekadasha Adhyaya, Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga. So, here we had seen until verse number 50. There are only 5 verses remaining in this chapter. Here in the last class we saw that how seeing the terrifying form of that Virata Purusha. So, how Arjuna was shaken and he requests Bhagwan to show his natural divine form which is pleasing to the heart of the devotees. And Bhagwan shows him his natural form. And so that how somewhat calms down Arjuna. So Arjuna says here, Društvedam manusham rupam tava saumyam janardana idanim asmi samvruttah sacheta prakrutim gatah. Društva idam manusham rupam. Idam manusham rupam društva. So idam means this, manusham, this human, rupam, form, društva, seeing this human form of yours, tava, he Janardana, saumyam. So this saumyam rupam, tava saumyam rupam, manusham rupam, društva, he Janardana. What does he say? Idanim asmi samvruttah sachetaha prakrutim gataha. So that's how he says samvruttah, that I am able to control myself. And sacheta, that he is as if feeling coming to his own consciousness. And prakrutim, swaprakrutim gataha, that is, he is as if he is restored to his normal self. So that was the impact of seeing that Vishwarupa Darshana, and which has totally shaken Arjuna. And seeing this now human Saumya form, so he is got to his natural self. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sudurdarshamidam Rupam Drushtavanasi Yanmama Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kangshina. So, Blessed Lord says that seeing this Rupam, Idam Rupam, this form, which is indeed very difficult, Durdarsham, so very difficult to see. Sudurdarsham means again very, very difficult to see. It is not only difficult, it is very difficult. Durdarsham idam rupam drushtavanasi yanmama, which you have seen of my form. Deva api asya rupasya nityam darshana kangshinaha. That the rupam, that is the which you have seen, yat, yanmama. So yanmama, yat, mama means my rupam, mama means mine, yat means the which you have seen. So what about that? Devas, even gods also, deva api. Gods also. What that? That asya rupasya nityam darshana kangshina. Nityam, always, even they are also very desirous, kangshinaha, desirous of seeing this form. Darshana kangshina, very desirous of seeing this form of asya rupasya. To have the darshana of this rupa, of this form, even gods are also always desirous, nityam, and the which you have seen, which is very hard to have this darshana. Naham vedair na tapasa na danena na chejjaya shakya evam vidho drashtum drushtavanasi mam yatha. So Bhagavan says that na vedaihi na tapasa na danena na chejjaya. So not that with all this, na vedair means by the study of the Vedas or following the different rites, rituals which are prescribed in the Vedas, not even by doing tapasya, great austerities, not by giving lot of donations, danena, and not by even different kinds of rituals for the purpose of upasana, ijjaya, nacha ijjaya, chejjaya. So the way na aham shakya evam vidho drashtum drushtavanasi mam yatha. The way, in this way, you have been able to see shakya drashtum shakya, to see how you have been able to drushtavanasi, the way you have seen me, mam yatha. So it is very difficult to see me in this way, even by the Vedas, na tapasya, na danena, na chejjaya, it is not possible. That is the meaning. Na aham shakya drashtum evam vidho drushtavan asi mam yatha. The way you have seen me, even it is not possible to see me in this way, even by the study of the Vedas, neither by the Vedas, nor by austerity, nor by gifts, or nor by sacrifices. I cannot be seen in this way, the way you have seen me. Bhaktya nanyaya shakya ahamevam vidhorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Bhaktya, with the help of bhakti, to ananyaya, this ananyaya bhakti. So ana means not, anya means itara or something other. So anyaya means not giving your heart to any other thing, and when with one focus, one pointed devotion you do, then it would be called as ananyaya bhakti. Ananyaya, because bhakti here is a strilingi pada, and in third case it has become bhaktya. That's why its adjective ananya has also become ananyaya. Tu means but through this one pointed devotion, ananyaya bhaktya. Shakya aham evam vidhorjuna. So it is possible to see me in this way. Evam vidho, in this way. To see me aham, hey Arjuna. So with one pointed devotion, but you can see. And not only see, what is possible? Jnatum, you can know me. Drashtum, you can see me. And tattvena praveshtum. So philosophically, and in say tattvena praveshtum means you can realize that oneness with me in this form. So it is possible with devotion, with one pointed devotion. This is the message Bhagavan says. So all these Vedas, tapasya, dana and sacrifices, with this even that is not possible. But here with one pointed devotion, you not only you can see me, know me, but also you can become one with me. You can come and dissolve. Pravesha, that is praveshtum. Tattvena praveshtum, that you enter into that reality. You become one with it. That's what Bhagavan says. That is the 54th verse. Mat karma krun mat paramo mad bhakta sanga varjitah nirvaira sarva bhuteshu yasa mameti pandava. So here what Bhagavan is saying, that mat karma krut mat paramo mad bhaktah sanga varjitah. So whatever actions you do it for me, mat karma. Krun mat paramo. So mat so for para, that is the higher thing. Here the word translation is used goal, because it means that would be the highest thing for that individual. Mat parama. Mad bhakta, become my devotee. And this one quality, sanga varjita, that is free of attachment, bereft of all attachment, sanga varjita. Then only this devotion and then this action, they will be, so to say, it is for the sake of God. Otherwise this only remain, empty talk. Mat karma krut mat paramo, that God is everything, God is the only thing. So these things will only remain empty talk. And unless these attachments are gone, sanga varjita, that individual has become, then only this only one attachment will remain. Only one this focus will remain. Ananyaya bhakti will be possible. That individual then again described in another few adjectives. In what way? Nirvairaha. That individual does not have any animosity towards anybody. Nirvairaha. So place, person or situation, he will not blame or have any ill feeling towards anything of this in this world. So whatever it may happen to him, so his mind is completely free of blaming others. Nirvairaha. And nirvairaha sarva bhuteshu, towards all being. And the person who attains this state, he says, Sa mam eti. So that person reaches me. Mam eti. So that's what Bhagavan says in the last verse of this Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga. So such person who attains this state, who is bereft of all attachment, who has lost all animosity towards all beings, and such person, he attains to him. Sa mam eti, that he reaches, comes to me. Eti means comes, mam to me, that is the meaning. So this is the Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga, and you see here in a wonderful way, here knowledge, jnana, lays the foundation for the bhakti. And Arjuna sees this thing. Bhagavan also makes clear to him that these things are very natural. This is how you should proceed, Arjuna. And therefore, the next chapter, 12th chapter, is very appropriately, it is named as Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti comes in the 12th chapter. Bhakti comes in the 12th chapter, and this jnana, this vijnana is the foundation of that bhakti. So from 7th chapter onward, we have seen 7th chapter, then 9th chapter, and then 10th chapter Vibhuti Yoga, 11th chapter Vishwarupa Darshan Yoga, and here Bhagavan then proceeds to speak on how that bhakti is like, what is the nature of bhakti. So here until now there have been various references to the word bhakti, and so this idea, what bhakti, what devotion is, this chapter is specifically pronounce it. So that's why this chapter is named as Bhakti Yoga. So Arjuna here opens the conversation. So remember one thing. So it is not that when this is narration of that story, what is happening on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So it is not that Bhagwan is speaking in chapters, or Arjuna and Bhagwan they are having dialogues in chapter. It is not like that. It is for the sake of convenience. These things are thus named. Now here a new beginning of this further dialogue, and here Arjuna opens it. What does Arjuna says? Evam satatayuktaye bhaktastvām paryupasate ye chapyaksharam tesham ke yoga vittama. So when Bhagavan is saying to him that with this single-minded devotion, one-pointed devotion, it is possible to attain which is not possible to attain by Vedas, tapasya, by dana and sacrifices. It is possible to attain through this one-pointed devotion. And what kind of person he should become? That bereft of all attachment and having lost all animosity towards all beings. So being said that, Arjuna is asking Bhagavan that those who worship you, bhaktas, satata yukta, being continuously in yoga, satata yukta, steadfastly, who are pari upasate in comprehensive way. Whenever this pari prefix is used, pari upasate, that is pari upasate, upasate, that is the main word. So those who are comprehensively worshipping you in continuously being attached, steadfast or rooted in yoga, satata yukta. So these devotees, and another class, he say ye cha aksharam avyaktam. So there another kind of devotees who are worshipping that avyakta aksharam, that is nirgun nirakara brahman. So he asked this question: the one who is worshipping you in a sagun sakar brahman, and one who are worshipping the nirguna nirakar aspect of the brahman, aksharam avyaktam. And he asked this question that tesham ke yoga vittamaha. He says, who has understood the yoga well, means whose practice is now fully matured. This is Arjuna's question, yoga vittamaha. So naturally it seems Arjuna has already bias towards the devotees. That's why we also see Krishna again and again advocating devotion to him, because that is not the cup of tea. What? Knowledge and other things. So he is like a child, he is asking. So children many times they do that. They already have formed their own mind and what they consider something easier. So they ask their parents and elders, so shall I do this then? Shall I do this then? So he want to do that. He want to do that. And here what Bhagavan says, it is true for most of us. So Arjuna is representative for all of us. And what Bhagavan says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Mayyaveshya Mano Emam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayopeta Teme Yukta Tamamata. So Blessed Lord says, Mai Aveshya, Manaha, that is mind, the people, whosoever, Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate. So the people who are continuously attached to me, Nitya Yukta, and Mai Aveshya, they have brought their whole mind in me only, Mai Aveshya. And in this way they are worshipping me with Shraddhaya, Paraya, that Para Shraddha. And Upeta, that is endowed with this Parashraddha, who are doing in this way, whose mind, who has confined their mind in me only, and being constantly attached, Nitya Yukta, they are worshipping me. Bhagavan says, in my opinion, they are Yukta Tama. So this is superlative. They are the most engaged or well versed in yoga. They are the Yukta Tama Mataha. That is my opinion here, Arjuna. So Bhagavan says to him, so meaning that, so whosoever, that way this could be applicable to anyone, but who has brought all his mind, who is constantly rooted into it, connected to it, to whether Saguna Sakara form of Brahman or Nirguna Nirakar form of Brahman, and endowed with this great Shraddha, Parashraddha. So they are the best versed in yoga. Yukta Tamaha. Yukta means Yoganishtha. You always, this word you have to understood in this way. Yukta means Yoganishtha. Yoga Rudha. So firmly established in yoga. That would be the meaning of Yukta. So this is my opinion. Me mataha. This is what Bhagavan says. Ye tvaksharam manirdesyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatra gamachintyam cha kutastham machalam dhruvam sanyemendriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayah te prapnuvanti mameva sarvabhuta hite rataha. Then he says, but tu means but. Ye tu aksharam anirdesham avyaktam paryupasate. But those who are worshipping very comprehensively, that means they are firmly in all ways, they are engaged in it. In the worship of what? Aksharam anirdesham avyaktam, referring to that Brahman, that aspect of that divine, which is Aksharam, Kshara, one who we does not decays, that is Aksharam. We does not have any Kshara, that is Aksharam. Anirdesham, which cannot be pointed out, that is Anirdesham. And Avyaktam, which is unmanifested. So these people, and also that reality Sarvatra Gama, which is everywhere, Achintyam, you cannot think of it, which is Kutastham, that means it is not movable, because there is not something which exists apart from it. If there would be space, there would be movement would be possible. Movement is possible when there is something emptiness. So there is no emptiness. It is only one thing, fully existent. Nothing, even space or emptiness or void even exist alongside of it. That's why it is Kutastha. No movement is possible. Kutastham. Therefore, Achalam. That is Kutastham, Achalam. Therefore, there is no even vibration. And that's why it is again Dhruvam. That it is Thira. So, referring to that reality, denoted by these different epithets, Aksharam, Anirdeshyam, Avyaktam, Sarvatra Gama, Achintyam, Kutastham, Achalam, Dhruvam. And then, how Sanyemendriya Gramam, Sanyamya Indriya Gramam, controlling comprehensively your Indriya Grama, this host of your senses, all of your senses, Sanyamya Indriya Gramam, Sarvatra Samabuddhayah, that everywhere they have attained this equanimity in their perspective, in their intelligence, in their buddhi, Samabuddhayah. Te prapnuvanti mam eva, they also mam eva, they reaches to me only. Prapnuvanti mam eva, sarva bhuta hite rataha. This another one very beautiful aspect is used. These people who are devoted to worship of this such Nirgun Nirakar Brahman, what is that quality? Sarva bhuta hite rataha. They are continuously engaged in good of all beings, well-beings of all beings. Sarva bhuta hite. Hita, that is the good or well-being. Sarva bhuta, all beings. So good of all beings, they are continuously engaged. They also te prapnuvanti mam eva. This is what Bhagavan says. But now he says, huh. Now Bhagavan says, but there is something. He puts some idea in this context. What does he say? क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते. That klesha adhika tarah. So there is all the more great pain, klesha, for such people who are engaged in what? Avyakta sakta chetasam, who are engaged, attached in the unmanifested avyakta asakta chetasam, whose chetasa, whose mind is attached to the unmanifested. Avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavadbhi ravapyate. So one, the who has gotten the body, who has taken the form, who is conscious of his person, being, for such a person, avyakta, that this path through the avyakta, by going by the path of avyakta, is dukkha prada gatir dukkham. This is what Bhagavan says. Greater is their trouble whose minds are set on the unmanifested. For the goal of the unmanifested is very hard for the embodied to reach. So that is naturally, that is how this Maya operates. The person who is embodied, who has assumed a form, who is fallen in this trap, it is extremely difficult to deny it. That's why it is very difficult. This is a known fact. This is what Bhagavan says to Arjuna. Etu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate teshamaham samudharta mrityu sansara sagarat bhavami na chirat partha maya veshita chetasam. But he says, ye, those people who are doing all their karmas, sarvani karmani, mai sanyasya, that surrendering, giving them all up to me, in me, mai sanyasya, and they have become only full of me, oriented towards me, matparaha. So for them, that I am the only goal. So here giving up all their action means it is not thinking that that God will do, because karma is happening. It is not saying that akarmani nahi hai. All your karmas you are doing as if you are surrender in God. So here giving up all your actions means this giving up the agency of the action. Actions are there. Mai tu sarva. Otherwise, if there would not be action, then what you would be surrendering? Non-action. So action is there, that action is surrender. As we see in the 3rd chapter, Second chapter, कर्मण्येव अधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भु माते संगोस्त्व कर्मणि. He says, Mate Sanga Astu Akarmani. Do not be attached to this non-action. You are not supposed to do that. You have to take up action. So, this is what Bhagavan is saying. The person who is full of God, that divine consciousness, he is constantly oriented towards it, constantly attached, connected to it. Then all his actions, as if they are worship of that divine, that omnipresent divine only. Ananyenaiva yogena, ananyena eva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. So again, ananya, that word comes here, and again, that one-pointedness, that single-mindedness, na anya, this is the quality, this is the characteristic that is required. This focus is required, that is very essential of the bhakti. If bhakti has to be done, then it can be successful in this way. So it has to be one-focused. Ananyena yogena mam dhyayanta means you are meditating, and in this way you are worshipping me. So karma is happening, that one-pointed devotion is there, and you are also meditating. And what says Bhagavan says, if you practice this everything, then tesham aham samudharta samauddharta. So I will uddharane. So I will save him from what? Samudharta, comprehensively, fully, no doubts left. And I personally, he says, I, for such people, I will be savior of him from this mrityu sansara sagara. This sansara sagara, which is of the nature of the death itself. Mrityu sansara sagara. So from this ocean of this samsara, which is like equal to death, that you are already fallen, it is confirmed death, I will save you from it. Death means that is losing your hope and having no chance and assurance of complete destruction and fall. So he will save us from it. That Bhagavan is saying. He is saying that aham samudharta, tesham aham samudharta mrityu sansara sagarat. And he says bhavami means I will be, and na chirat partha, na chirat partha, without any delay, chirat, immediately. If such person who is such devoted, he can be rest assured. And the person who is maya aveshita chetasam, one who has confirmed, who has confined, who has brought all his consciousness in me only, it is deposited, confined in me only, maya aveshita chetasam. But those who worship me, resigning all actions in me, regarding me as the supreme goal, meditating on me with single-minded yoga, to those whose mind is set on me, verily I become without delay ere long ocean of Papritha, the savior out of the ocean of the mortal samsara. So this is what Bhagavan says. So this is even a great assurance. Even somebody can just believe these two verses, just two verses, 6 and 7 verses of the Bhakti Yoga of this Bhagavad Gita. Even these two verses are sufficient. If he has the Shraddha, it can save him. ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशित चेतसाम्. So this is what is necessary. Only one thing to be added is that you cannot pretend this. You cannot fake this. You cannot be self-conceited over this. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Bhaver ghare churi thakti nahi. There should not be any theft in the chamber of your heart, or that bhava ghar. So there should not be any gap. So it means that complete integrity is achieved. That is the meaning. Otherwise, the person who is complaining that Bhagwan, मैंने तो सब किया, आप जैसा जैसा मैंने तो ये किया वो किया, this person is foolish. You yourself, your complaint yourself are the answer why this is not happening to you. Why you would even bother what is happening to you in the world? That means this does not qualify to Mai aveshita chetasam. That Mai sanyasya matparaha. Where it is happening? You are only worried about your worldly interests. This you have considered as real. This you are want to clutch onto. Do not want to leave. Do not want to part away from it. And you want Lord God to do your errand. Run your errands. That's what you want. This is not happening. Then Bhagavan says, now you must have something to notice from 9th chapter onward. There is not much philosophical discussion here. So all whatever has to happen, it is until 9th chapter. So there would be some in 13th, some 14th chapter, some discussion in 16th chapter also, and few ideas in 18th chapter. So we will go along in this way. These are simple verses. There is nothing much to comment upon or to elaborate upon. They are very simple and very straightforward, therefore. So you can simply take them as they are said. Okay. So next verse, verse number 8. Mayyeva mana adhatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayyeva ata urdhvam na samshaya. This is 8th verse. Now Bhagwan, as if he is showing that how this devotion is to be attained. What is it like? What is that surrender, etc. is like? He says, Mayi eva, in me only, mana adhatsva, established your mind in me only. Mayi buddhim niveshaya, your mind, your buddhi, mana and your buddhi. Invest your mind in me only. Do not try to seek anything apart from me. Seek me only. Nivasishyasi mayyeva, that you will come to reside in me only. Ata urdhvam na samshaya, there is no more further doubt in that. This is what Bhagavan says, that engage your mind and your buddhi, mana and buddhi in me only, and you will come to reside in me. There is no further doubt. Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknoshi mayi sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mamichhaptum dhananjaya. Then again that question will come, that it is so difficult. It is so difficult. I will not be, how I will be able to do it? I have so many things, etc., etc. He says, Bhagavan says that if you are not able to bring your chitta, your mind, samadhatum, so to be constantly fixed and absorbed in me, atha chittam samadhatum na shaknoshi, if you do not become able to steadfast your mind in me, na sthiram. Then he says, again the same answer comes, which the question he had asked in 6th chapter. Again Bhagavan answers the same thing, points out the same thing. Abhyasa yogena. You have to practice, Arjuna, that you will have to, with that practice, you will have to purify your intentions. You have to let go of your resistance, reservation, and that it should soak in you, and you must become able to. That is the practice. Abhyasa yogena. Tata means then. Abhyasa yogena mam ichhaptum. Mam ichhaptum. Desire for me only. He Dhananjaya, he Arjuna. Then still he says, Abhyasepya samarthosi matkarma paramo bhava madartham api karmani kurvan siddhim avapsyasi. So man is so attached to the world and his or her worldly interest. We all the time have excuses. No straightforwardness and that will. तो भगवान बोल रहे कि अगर तुम मेरा मन स्थिर नहीं कर पा सकते हो कि मेरे बोलने से ही, तो तुम इसका अभ्यास करो अर्जुन. यू प्रैक्टिस दैट अर्जुना. तो भगवान भी सोच रहे कि जरूर बोलेगा, अरे स्वामी जी, महाराज जी, यही तो प्रॉब्लम है, अभ्यास करने के लिए तो समय नहीं है मेरे पास. है ना. So all the time my excuse is, so much work is there, I have no time to practice. How I will do? It is my desires, they are so much drawing me to into action, into the world, and I cannot become antarmukha, and all the time I am outgoing, bahirmukha. To such person, so slowly prepare himself for this inner life. What Bhagavan says? He says, Abhyasepya samarthosi. If you are even incompetent, you are unable to this abhyasa also. In abhyasa also, you find, because this is again, if as soon as we sit for the meditation or this japa, etc., our mind is rushing into all other things. Because of our desires, our attachment, and this fundamental premise that this world is real for me. This body is therefore real for me. Deha vadbhira vapyate. So for such a person, he cannot turn his mind. This pratihara, this does not become possible. This uparati does not become possible to him. So he is all the time is rushing to in the world only. जप करने के लिए बैठा है, अरे हाँ दूध रखा था उधर, अरे ये लाने का है, और इसको कॉल करना भूल गया, अरे ये काम नहीं किया, वो काम नहीं किया, इत्यादि इत्यादि इत्यादि. So many things. Yes, at one side, that as soon as you have started, this world has not gone into extinction, into oblivion. It still exists. You are the same brute. You have to continue with this world because you have not attained to the state. So naturally, you are caught up in this tug of this pull from both sides, because you are not able to leave the world and neither you have attained the divine. That there is no further need of the world for you now. Now you have not even come to that point. So even that way it is justified, and because you feel it justifies, you all the more you cannot concentrate your mind even for that small period of time when you sit for sadhana, and your mind is all the, and this habit that you are uncomfortable to leave, to turn yourself and focus on your own mind. Give this idea of giving away, giving up, giving away all these engagements and attachments to the world, belongingness to the world, and bereft of it, you solely you want to rejoice in the self itself, in the consciousness itself. It is because there is no more engagement for your brain, for your mind, for your senses to do something which drives you on, which pulls you on, and you cannot sit quiet. This quiet is very uncomfortable for you. That's why you are all the time rushing. That's why even this practice, even to set your mind in the practice, it becomes very difficult. It is very difficult. Abhyasepya samarthosi asamarthosi. If you find yourself incapable, asamartha, for this abhyasa, in this abhyasa also, if you find yourself incapable, then he says the second best option, the next best option is mat karma paramo bhava. That become mat para means for the sake of God only. God alone is the goal, and you do your all karma in this way. That you do your action, reminding yourself that God alone is the truth. ईश्वर ही एकमात्र वस्तु, बाकी सब अवस्तु. इसकी धारणा कहीं ना कहीं मन में हुई तो ही बाकी की बात कुछ आगे बढ़ सकती है. उस बात का कोई महत्व भी है, तारतम्य भी है. अगर इस बात पे निष्ठा और श्रद्धा नहीं हुई है तो फिर बाकी क्या तमाशा कर रहा है, इसका कुछ फल कुछ नहीं होने वाला. So too much discomfort, too much restlessness will come to you unless you are fundamentally, your mind has accepted this truth that Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya. Without that, this is not happening. So what you do? Mat karma paramo bhava. You trying to establish yourself into that truth, that God alone is real, God alone is the goal. God realization is alone the aim of human life. This is what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said in what we find in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. This is the fundamental thesis, the idea, the basis of spiritual life. Without that, there is no meaning of spiritual life. From this point onward, everything what can be happening, that can be considered as spiritual life, not before this point. Mat karma paramo bhava. Then Bhagavan says, madartham api karmani, even if you do these actions, karmas for me, madartham, keeping me as the goal. Kurvan siddhim karmani, kurvan siddhim avapsasi. That definitely you will, by doing these things in this way, you will attain siddhi, you will attain perfection. Perfection in yoga, you become siddha, you become mature. That siddha in the yoga siddha, that you will be able to rest your mind in me, abhyasa will become possible, and therefore abhyasa, then you will be able to rest your mind in me. This is what he says. Bhagavan says. Then, so here we can take break. Kurvan siddhim avapsasi. This is the 10th verse. 10 verses are more remaining that we will take in next class. So this is the 12th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Bhakti Yoga. and we'll continue this discussion in the next class. I hope there would not be any problem in the next Sunday would be 3rd March. 3rd March. I hopefully there is nothing. So we will continue with this discussion. We will see these beautiful verses in our next class. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.